This is Matrix Lord 212, and it's been so long since Star Trek was good again, since it was great, since it was wonderful. I remember watching Star Trek Next Generation with my dad, 1987. I think I was in high school. I think I just started high school, and I was such a fan of Star Trek with Kirk and Spock and McCoy, the whole original Enterprise crew. Greatest movie of all time, one of my favorite movies, Wrath of Khan. And when Next Generation started, I was so excited. And it became one of my favorite shows also. And I loved the crew. And then I carried on with, Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Enterprise. And then after a while, it just started to fizzle away, right? And started getting blech. And then it came back with Discovery, and I was not a fan. I mean, I was a fan of the Star Trek movies. Yes, there was a new timeline and stuff like that with J.J. Abrams, but I liked it, But Discovery, I was not on board with, and everything since Discovery, I was not on board with. I felt that the whole vision of Star Trek went in the wrong direction. I stood away from Star Trek. I was a Trekkie, and boom, I stopped watching it. Even Picard, I believe I saw the first episode, and I was like, not completely on board. I'm like, this isn't Star Trek. This isn't. So when I heard about season 3 being with the return of the Next Generation crew, I held off a little bit, but then I heard from people, without getting spoilers, that so many people that didn't like Star Trek like me with Discovery said like this was incredible. This was like the greatest thing. They were like children again, kids again. Their favorite show returned. So I decided to get Paramount Plus today on one of my days off. And I watched the first episode of Picard, season 3. And you really don't need to see season 1 or 2. It's kind of like standalone, really. You get the gist of it. The Next Generation crew's back in different capacity or whatever. But watching it with the music back, the excitement back, the true Star Trek soul back, I'm like overjoyed. I'm like speechless. As a writer, I'm speechless. I'm like happy that one of my favorite shows returned and is good again, is excellent again. Boy. Picard, Riker. And of course I loved Voyager in 7 and 9. She's there. Like, I'm probably going to go back and watch Picard 1 and 2, but of course not going to enjoy it as much because I heard that the person that took over for season 3 really has a handle on Star Trek and really was given free reign to just do it justice and do it the way it had to be done. Why can't this be done all the time with Star Trek? Why? Going forward, it has to be. Like season 3 of Picard, it has to continue. It has to continue this greatness that they lost. So I implore you to watch Picard season 3. I just saw the first episode. Picard receives a distress call from Dr. Beverly Crusher, who's on the run with her son from some alien threat outside of Federation space. She said, trust no one and keep Starfleet out of it. And Picard enlists Riker, and they try to do an inspection with the Titan, which was Riker's old ship, and Seven aligns the commander, and she winds up going against her career to send them where they have to be, because the captain of the Titan's an a-hole, really, and he doesn't want to help them. He's a real jerk, one of the biggest jerk captains ever. But she, went against her command to get Picard where he needed to be with Riker to save Beverly. And they come across the shuttle, and Beverly's in suspended animation, and the sun is there, and then all of a sudden, quickly, this massive warship shows up at the end that's been hunting them down with these aliens, and I don't know what's going on. So the ship is humongous. It's like, I love the design of the ship because it's sort of like arachnid or like an insect, but like a monumental, overblown, biggest ship I've ever seen. It really, the designs of the ships are just perfect. The music score is perfect. The feeling of Star Trek is perfect with Picard and the Next Generation feel is there, and you got a subplot too where they're trying to prevent an attack on Federation, but it's too late. Then you get to see these warp, these wormhole things appear where the whole Federation base is destroyed. But this girl was going on the cover. I believe she was like 7 of 9's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend. She was trying to find the Red Lady, and then it's connected to the captain of Enterprise C, if you remember yesterday's Enterprise. But anyway, I don't want to get too caught up into Frontier Day and stuff like that, which is a celebration of Picard and stuff. But this episode was perfect. I mean, everything about this captain had an opinion of Picard becoming locutus. He was a dick about it. He was saying that they were responsible, that they're warmongering, that they just break things and blow up ships and explosions, and they're totally like he just has a negative opinion of Picard, definitely. And Riker he's not too fond of either, but Picard he definitely can't stand. Although he says he loves them, that's bullshit too. But that captain's a jerk off. But anyway, my God, the feeling is back with Picard. I want to get the merchandise. I want to get, if there is any, or ships or whatever. I want to get on board and buy the Titan ship, and if there's the ship of the alien, whatever the hell, the threat. So I'm super happy today. But again, I can't be all, I'm not going to hurt my eyes and watch every single episode in a row. I have a responsibility to my gaming, so I'm going to take a break now after I've seen Picard episode 1, season 3. I'm going to go back into the gaming, and then I'm going to go watch the second episode of Picard. So I hope you enjoyed this review. 10 out of 10. I friggin' loved it. It's excellent. You got to watch it. I know Star Trek's been crap lately, but you got to see Picard. Started off with Picard season 3, episode 1. Take care. Bye for now.